Hey there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is all about storage. I know because I talk to a lot of my crafty friends that this is something we're probably all trying to figure out. And that is actually trying to store all of these cool Slimline products that we've been collecting. Slimline dies, Slimline stamp sets, Slimline paper, Slimline stencils, and what about those Slimline cards that you've been making? Like, where are we putting all these things in our craft rooms? So that's what today's video is about. I'm going to talk to you about some storage solutions that I have found, and maybe it will help you as well. So let's get started. So the first thing I wanted to talk about are baskets. I found two different baskets that I purchased for my craft room that I thought you might like too. They are perfect slimline size. So the first one is from Target. I'm sure you've all been shopping at Target for a while now. We all love Target. And this is the basket right here that I'm talking about. This basket is a really good size with extra room to put your stuff in. And I found another one a little bit smaller, very similar at the Dollar Tree. So let's take a closer look at these and talk about size and what to put in them. Okay, this is the basket from Target right here. I like the sturdiness of this basket, and it has a solid bottom. That's very nice. And it has a handle on the end, so that's good if you need to pull it out of a certain spot. It's from the Room Essentials line. This basket measures 13.5 inches long by 5 7/8 inches wide by 5 1/4 of an inch high. So that basket will work for all your slimline things. Now, they do have this basket in other colors at Target that is somewhat seasonal, and I have found that this basket can go in and out of stock. So they are not $8 or $6. They are actually $4. Here it is on its own shelf. I just lined some up there so you could see the different colors that were at the Target I was shopping at. Next, let's see how many Slimline cards we can fit in this basket right here. Now, the cards I make tend to be thick. I make a lot of shaker cards. I like dimension. I like layers. So I did find that maybe somebody else could fit more Slimline cards in there if they didn't have cards with as much dimension as I like to use. But I was able to fit 24 of my thick cards in this basket. So there you have it, and you can see there that there is room on the end when you put your approximately 8.5 inch long supplies in there. These are business size envelopes from the Dollar Tree, and you can see 2 boxes fit in this basket, so you could store those. But these are from the Dollar Tree, and I wanted to point out the unlined ones are a little too thin. You can see your card through them, so I like the ones with the kind of privacy pattern on the inside. Those are the ones I like from the Dollar Tree if you're looking for some inexpensive Slimline envelopes. Now I am putting some Slimline die sets in this basket, a pad of Slimline paper, a Slimline stencil, and this extremely long Slimline stamp set. Very happy that that fit in the box because this is like the longest packaging I probably have. So now let's take a look at the comparable Dollar Tree basket. This bottom you can see is not solid. This is the Essentials line, and it is a little bit smaller. It's 11 7/8 by long by 3 inches wide by 4 5/8 of an inch high. Now let's see how many Slimline cards we can fit into this basket. This is the same stack of cards that I put in the other one, so I could compare apples to apples, so to speak. And I was able to get 18 cards in this basket. And so it's just a slight difference in size. It depends on, your budget, because these are only $1 versus $4 for the other basket, where you're storing them, availability, because just like with Target, this basket can be hard to find. Especially this time of year, like in January, everyone's like, eating well and organizing things. So the baskets can be hard to find this time of year, but all the time Dollar Tree does have organizational type baskets. They kind of come in and out and change color and style. So the one thing that didn't fit in this basket was this slimline stamp set that's extremely long. Even the boxes of envelopes fit in there, and I thought it would be really cool to remove the envelopes from the box and just have a basket that stored the envelopes. And I really liked that. You could put a couple boxes in there and be set for a while. And here are the two baskets side by side. You can see the Dollar Tree one does fit inside the other one. So it's really just a matter of preference. I felt like as far as sturdiness goes, they were pretty comparable. The Target one did have sturdier edges. Here you can see them side by side filled with cards to get a better size reference. All right, weren't those baskets so cool? Such a good storage solution. I would love to know which of those is your favorite, and are you gonna give them a try? Let me know in the comments below. The next thing I want to talk about are storage envelopes. These aren't envelopes that you put your cards in. They are for storage purposes. I have two solutions for you. One of them is from Dollar Tree. Again, these are like coupon pouches. We're going to take an up close look at these. And then the other is a product sold in an Etsy shop called Craft Supplies by CC. It's owned by my friend. She sent these to me to try. So I'm going to show you how I'm using them and how they have been a slimline storage solution for me. Let's take a look. Okay, here are the file folders, as they're called. These have 6 pockets inside. They are approximately 10 inches by 5 inches, and that's the perfect size for slimline things. And the label is actually easy to peel, just like it says. I have since removed mine, and I had no trouble, nothing left behind. There is a stretchy cord that fits around a plastic button to close it, and inside there are dividers that are open at the bottom. That's something to note, but for what I'm using them for, that won't be an issue. They also come with these little stickers so that you can label the different tabs, which I find very helpful. I got 3 of these myself. They do also have it in green. This is where I found them in the Dollar Tree, kind of like the stationery school section where they have like spiral notebooks. That's where I found mine. And a different Dollar Tree, I also found this one with a different closure and a decorative top. So I have some slimline cover plate dies that are sold singly. Like that isn't a set, they're a one-piece buy. So also I got these as a member of the design team for Trinity Stamps, and a lot of times you might get them without any packaging. So I don't really have anything to store these in. So this is a great solution for me. And now I could put all Trinity stamps in one envelope if I wanted and have just my Trinity dies in that one. Now I have this other die set. It has like paper packaging, not a cardboard packaging, so it is kind of flimsy, so to speak. It's only 2 pieces, so I can easily add this to one of the envelopes or the pockets actually in this storage envelope. And I have another one from Whimsy Stamps as well, so I'm going to put both of those in there together. And now I have filled up my little file folder. I think it's more like a plastic envelope, but yeah. I moved it around, shook it around, tipped it, and it seems very sturdy for the purpose I want to use it for. I even tried out the label using a Sharpie marker and stuck that down. They are a little bit of like a slickery surface. That's a word, slickery, it is. And I peeled it off. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Because the paper kind of separated, but it peeled off really nicely, and I was able to reposition it even when I did not get it on there straight. And the ink dried fairly fast, and if you don't have a Sharpie marker, they have them at Dollar Tree. Now don't be confused, they have this other kind of pocket envelope where the little plastic sleeves unfold so you could put like a whole document in there. I don't think these would be a very good storage solution, so I wanted to show that to you so you didn't accidentally buy that. All right, now here's the envelopes from Craft Supply by CC, an Etsy shop. They come in a pack of 5 for $8. They're 9.5 inches long by 4 inches wide. I've already used 2 of them. Let me show you how. So in the first one here, I have a die set that has lots of kind of little pieces. So what I did is take a piece of chipboard and put some magnet sheet on it. I cut that to just shy of 9 inches by 4 inches so it would slide in and out very easily from this envelope. And it does have a little hook latch kind of closure to keep it shut. Now, if you don't want to do magnet sheets, there is another solution. Just put them in there, because this has that nice flap that shuts with a hook closure. So if your pieces weren't too small and you felt okay about it, you could just put them in there like this. So that works, and look how nice they fit in the basket from Dollar Tree. Another reason I like these envelopes, because I have this huge packaging that doesn't fit in anything I have to store my stuff. So I took those 3 dies out and put them in this envelope, and it works really good. I even thought, hey, I could write right on this with my Sharpie pen, and that would help me remember what's in there, but you could also label it. I'll show you that in a minute. I also found some smaller version of the envelope pouch divider file folder things from Dollar Tree, and I thought these might just work for my mini slimline dies. So here's one mini slimline die from Cat Scrappiness. Again, this is a single buy. It's a cover plate. It only comes with 1 die in the set. It fit in there perfectly. So I think this will be a great solution for my mini slimlines. These are about 7 inches by 5 inches, I believe. Oh, about 4.5 inches. All right, so here's what I normally do with my dies. You see I have a piece of magnet stuck to the packaging that came to me. You could also just take that off. This is a mini slimline set, and put it in these storage envelopes from the Etsy shop. Now, if you want to know how I do the magnets on my packaging, let me show you. These are magnetic vent covers from the hardware store. They say they're white, but that's just because the back of them has white liner on it. It's not removable. These are not adhesive. It also comes with a piece of chipboard that you could cut apart and stick the magnet to. But let me show you what I do. This is a new to me die set. I haven't even opened it. I like to cut the top off, and then I pull the packaging out of its plastic sleeve, and then I carefully remove the dies that are usually taped in place, and try not to rip the packaging too much. And then you can see me here struggle. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, cutting apart your dies. Sometimes they're really close together, and I like to be able to twist them apart when that happens, but this was connected on 2 points on one side and 1 point on the other, so I couldn't twist them. So I thought we would all share this relatable moment of struggling to cut apart your dies. We've all been there. So I measure my cardboard insert, and then I know how big I would like to cut my magnet. I also will sometimes measure the largest die. Now you could cut, I'm cutting this to fit like the whole thing, but in this case you could just cut a strip of magnet that went across the middle. Now I am also cutting off the top of the cellophane bag that came with this die set, and I'll be able to use that more easily because I'll be able to grab the cardboard to pull it out. Then I take double stick tape to stick the magnet down. Now, if you don't want to use your good double-sided tape, guess what? They sell this at Dollar Tree. You can get a 33-foot roll. It is a little bit thicker than 1/4 of an inch wide, and I had trouble peeling it off when I barely touched down, so I know this sticks pretty good. And then I just stick my dies on there like that, and then it will slide very nicely back into the plastic sleeve, and I will easily be able to grab the top of that cardboard insert and lift it out. Now, sometimes the top of these like to tear. Mine didn't, but I wanted to show you. Just take some clear tape and wrap it around the edge. It'll give a little bit more life to those plastic containers, and it fits nicely into my basket from Dollar Tree. All right, so now what if you want to label these envelopes, these plastic storage solutions? I have an idea for you. Oh, I used a scrap of magnet there. I wanted to show you that, and just how everything fit in there. Those plastic envelopes fit in there all together, and I felt like I could fit a lot in there. So now let's talk about labeling. These are my favorite Dollar Tree thing, these Jot adhesive labels. So when you open this, you have some adhesive sleeves and you have little cardboard inserts that you can write on. So I'm going to write out the name of this die set and the company I got it from. So later on I will be able to recall that, because I mean, I can't remember the names of all these things. Can you? It's hard. It's hard. So I'm writing that out, and then I'm going to take and just tear that off on the perforated line. And then you take the adhesive backed sleeve, stick that down where you want it, and then you're able to slide in the piece you wrote on, and now you have it labeled. Then if I ever use this envelope for something else, I could always pull that out and relabel it, and it keeps it nice. I also like to use these on these clear plastic drawers that I have in my stamp room closet. I love them, and I just write on them myself with my, you know, cutest handwriting I could muster, and it really helps me feel organized. All right, this is a little bookshelf I have in my craft room, and I wanted to show you the baskets with the cards in them. And one of these in the top left corner, I actually put like 3D projects, like little purses, little books, little bags, tag holders, stuff like that. Now the white basket next to it is the same product line from Target. I bought those in white, and my A2 size cards are in there. So here you can see how I've organized my shelves. The boxes that the white baskets are sitting on are ancient. I love them. Some of them are falling apart a little bit. They hold A2 size cards as well. So I cannot link that for you. I don't know where they come from. I've searched for them before without any luck. So I've just had them for an eternity. Oh, I do have a little spot for coffee and tea right there as well. And now here is a look at the Dollar Tree basket on my shelf near my stamp desk, so I can easily pull this out and access those slimline dies at any time. I thank you so much for stopping by and letting me share my slimline storage solutions with you. If you have any storage solutions for the craft room, let me know in the comments below, and feel free to ask any questions or just chat with me. I love that so much. I have a few links for you in the description box below, and I'll see you all on the next video. Happy stamping! Bye!